So Newt Gingrich was on with Laura Ingraham last night, had a great interview with him. He's so brilliant. He was House Speaker. He knows politics like the back of his hand. And he said this Trump thing, everyone's got to get on board. He's going to be the nominee. And he said this is not just a political candidate. This is a movement across our country. Listen.
I think Trump will be the nominee. And the question now for everybody is, do you want to see Joe Biden reelected, or do you want to help Donald Trump? There's no middle ground here, I don't think. Because you're either going to get Trump as president or you're going to get Biden, and Biden's reelection would be a disaster for the country. I like Nikki Haley a lot. I think she's very smart and did a great job at the UN and a great job as governor. I think Ron DeSantis is an amazing governor and has been about as effective as you could be. And in other circumstances, I suspect he'd be the front runner. But we are where we are. Trump is not really a candidate. He is the leader of a national movement. And that's a totally different psychological and emotional relationship than candidacy.
So, as we all know, there's Donald Trump. He is ahead on the Republican side by a mile. You know, about a year ago, 9 months ago, the conventional wisdom was if anybody had a good chance at taking on Donald Trump, it would be Ron DeSantis, because he has a really good record down in the great state of Florida. Well, time goes on, and Ron DeSantis is not doing as well as he was for a while. Trump is dominating in the polls, as the big wall says, and suddenly there are a number of big donors and prominent people on the Republican side who are looking for a white knight to come in and do what Ron DeSantis could not. The CBS correspondent Robert Costa wrote an op-ed. This is an op-ed, not news reportage, in the Washington Post. And the headline is, alarmed Republicans are preparing to draft Glenn Youngkin, the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. They're going to have this red vest retreat coming up in a couple of weeks. Remember, he wore that when he won stunningly down in the great state of the Commonwealth, rather. And so they're going to do this. Officially, this is about trying to get the Republicans to win full control of the General Assembly in the November election, so they would have both houses, the Republicans. But unofficially, they're trying to push, if not shove, Glenn Youngkin into the race for the White House.
It's a bad idea, and I appreciate I appreciate Newt's comments. He's saying something that I cannot say, but if y'all remember on the couch from the very beginning when Ron DeSantis got in the race, I said this is not going to work. And I don't say that because I'm smarter than anyone. It's because I'm in diners almost every single week talking with voters all across the country. And I said, look, Trump has a stronghold on the Republican Party right now. I don't care what the pundits tell you. I don't care what the pollsters tell you. I don't care what the analysts tell you. They are no substitute for the American people, the people that are going to cast the vote. Now, do I think Newt is right in the sense to force these candidates out? I think there's going to be some backlash. I think that they will not get their supporters to rally behind Donald Trump. But the reality of it, it's going to eventually happen, Brian and Ainsley. Donald Trump is going to be the nominee.
Maybe.
Couple of things. Number one, play it out. And if someone told Newt Gingrich to get out before the first Iowa caucus, he wouldn't do it. So I think that's wrong. No doubt about it, Donald Trump's in control right now. If you look at who did the best, he did one study, surveyed 500 people, say rate the candidates 1 to 10 from the other day. Ramaswamy, 6.9, DeSantis, 6.5, Nikki Haley, 5.6, and it goes down from there.